All right.
All right, what's up, everyone? Sorry for the big cut. If it was really noticeable, probably is. We had some technical difficulties, and we were going to go back to Esperanza's testimony that she had, and she's going to go more in detail about it.
Oh, as we left off, I was talking about my testimony, and we were talking about fear, and I have shared my testimony for the very first time, and I was scared to say it because I started thinking, what are people gonna think about me,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want anybody to see. I was like to think about me in a different way. It's like, oh, I didn't know that about her.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, what if people think about me in the wrong way, and I don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
And I did try to hide some stuff about my testimony and stuff, and I didn't want anybody knowing my exact detail about my life and what I
Yeah.
have went through,
Yeah.
and I didn't want no one just knowing all that information about me. And I didn't know what to say about my testimony at first because of that situation, because I just wanted to hide some stuff away from people so they wouldn't know something that only me between me and God,
Mm-hmm.
and just to let people know that yeah, God saved me,
Mm.
but I just try to hide everything.
Yeah, I definitely get that because we all have those certain fears of trying to let go of certain things and actually tell other people because it can be really hard. I definitely feel that, and definitely because a lot of childhood trauma I've been through and sadly abuse, but it is hard to sometimes like get rid of it or like tell other people about it because you may feel like what people may judge me about it or like may people like talk to me about it, and it can be hard sometimes. But I just think definitely with our revival night, I've gotten so much better and like I feel more comfortable actually like telling people about it. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I've been through these certain things, but I have been saved by them. I'm not going through them no more. Like I can look back and not like worry about them. I can like, look back and say like, wow, God has saved me from those traumas and those the depression states, and like I'm in such a better state in mind. Even though I may still have those like bad anxiety stuff or may have some fear, but I have a God that I can actually turn to and like help me with those certain situations that I didn't feel before.
Yeah.
How do you feel, Preston?
So kind of on the topic, as she was talking about, kind of feeling like hesitant and sort of feeling, afraid of like what people are thinking. Like if you share a testimony or something,
Mm-hmm.
sort of whenever I was first getting saved and stuff, that was one of my biggest fears was what are people gonna think whenever they if they figure out, about stuff that had happened in the past, like stuff I had
Yeah.
did, stuff that et cetera, et cetera.
Like how will they think about you or something?
Yeah, exactly. And that was one of my biggest fears, but not before, like not too long ago. God kind of set me free from that anxiety because I realized that that stuff is stuff that happened in the past. And something that, like, one of the best pieces of advice I've ever gotten is whenever Satan reminds you of your past, remind him of his future.
Mm-hmm.
If Satan reminds you of the times that you were in the pits and you were terrible, to say the
Yeah.
least, like, I don't really know if I can make it much less straightforward than that, whenever you
Yeah.
weren't a great person and you may have
Mm-hmm.
made a lot of mistakes, because, I mean, everybody makes mistakes, but
Yeah, no one's
um,
perfect.
exactly. But, like, before you're saved is specifically what I'm talking about here. Like, if Satan tries to remind you of that kind of stuff, what's important is that you got to remind him, that ain't me no more. I'm saved.
Mm-hmm.
And you know where you're going to be whenever I'm up in heaven partying with Jesus? You're going to be in a bottomless pit. You ain't
Yeah.
ever hitting that floor.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a powerful thing. When Satan reminds you of your past, remind him of his future.
Yes,
Like,
that's a big
Because
one.
our future is full of like glory. Like,
Exactly.
it's full of like joy and
Yeah,
excitement.
joy,
Yeah.
excitement,
Mhm.
like no pain, like streets of gold and like big mansions for each other, which that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, it's just like you said, it's a big reward for us, and like yeah, say like don't dwell on your past because you may have been in a dark place, but you're getting better and you're in a way better place
Exactly.
now. Because that's why I have a lot of friends that like they say, well, I've done this things, like I'm too bad, I've done too many things in my life, I want to get with God, but I feel like I've done too many things, and I will tell him too that hey, I've done things too, but when you don't look back at those things and like dwell on the bad things, but look back and say like, wow, I used to do this, but God has set me free from it. I have given my life to God, and I'm living so much better, and like
Yeah.
I'm going to live better too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like one of the things with God, like, because his love is going to be there for you, and it's going to keep adding more things to your life.
Yeah.
And it's like God is full of like glory, and he wants to give you so much more, and like he's gonna transform you into a new creation.
Yes.
With God, something's new every day. His glories, his mercies are new every day,
Mhm.
like the Bible says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's something that you can really live through when you're saved as a Christian.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, y'all want to
Yeah.
You want
end it right here?
I think
Yeah,
we're good.
yeah. So we're gonna end this podcast. It may be a little short one, but we're ending it short because we have a part 2 coming out.
Yeah.
That we're gonna have some fun games coming out, and we can talk about different things like little maybe some more icebreakers. But if
Yeah.
y'all want to know more information about it and like find out more about it, go watch our episode 3, part 2 of the LFA Youth podcast. We will see y'all there, and we'll on our episode 5 we'll be still
Yep.
in here on March Madness.
Yeah.
March
season.
Madness.
So we cannot wait to have y'all hear about that, and we cannot wait for it either. We'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good week.
Bye-bye.